Meal planning, grocery shopping, and cooking, I feel should be easy. And it probably is for most people, but as a neurodivergent person, it is a struggle for me. But it's something that I've been really trying to work on. For instance, like if I were living by myself, I would be totally happy. Maybe not happy, but I would be okay with eating the same meal every single day until I got, absolutely tired of it and just hated it. But then I would just find a new meal to eat every single day until I hated it and then just go back to the other meal again. That's just how I am. I don't like making decisions. And so for us, my wife had me make sure that I planned at least 2 meals a week for us, and then she did the rest. And when it came for me, I only had like maybe 3 or 4 recipes that I knew that I was good at, but they aren't really the best meals. And basically, like, I can cook for a teenager, basically. That's kind of like my abilities. And so anyway, I was getting a little bit tired of that. Now, I wanted to walk you through the grocery and recipe app that I use because that was the first part of everything, was kind of figuring out, okay, how can I make sure that I'm at least getting the groceries and remembering them and kind of meal planning, and then just kind of like built upon it. So the app is called AnyList. Now, I know that you can make grocery lists with Apple reminders and stuff, but I want to walk you through why I specifically use AnyList. There's other apps out there, but it does the job pretty well with not just for me, but just my family. It's really easy for us to get meals planned and get the groceries in the app. So basically, it's kind of like a list app. You can create different lists within here. The one I mainly use is the grocery one. We share this with the family so that way anyone can put in their like grocery thing that they need into the app, and then we all are able to kind of see the list together. So that way, if either me or my wife is doing the grocery shopping, we've got everything in here that we need. So I'll start off with the favorites list because this is something that is super useful. Anything that I catch us using or ordering quite a bit, I'll add it in here. And then if I find that we're not using anything in particular for a good while, I'll remove it. I figured if it makes its way into our life again, I'll add it back to the favorites list. But it's just like an easy way to kind of like look through here and be like, oh, we need oranges or we need potatoes or, what have you. Everything's listed in the favorites app. Now, another cool thing is the recipes portion. It's super easy to input recipes into here. If you've got like a website open, you can use the extension and like in the mobile browser, and it will automatically pull in the ingredients and like the steps and everything. So like this one right here, this is one that got pulled in from eatwell101.com. So you've got the grocery list right here, which also makes it really easy because you can just go in and start adding in all the groceries that you need just within the recipe itself. And then when you're going to cook, you just view the full recipe. Everything's listed here. So you can go through and like get all your ingredients or check them off as you're cooking. Right here, you got all your steps listed out. The recipe info, I don't ever go to that tab, but so it kind of makes, it's really nice to be able to have this long running list of recipes, as well as easily being able to add in all of the ingredients right through here. You can also create like collections and stuff. This is something that's really gotten out of hand. like right here, like quick and easy meals and favorite meals are basically the ones that I was going to quite a bit. But yeah, you can create like different collections. At some point, I'm gonna go through all of this and really kind of like make this a little bit easier, because yeah, this has really just gotten out of hand. Another cool feature is it has a meal plan option. So you can see your calendar, and then you can hit this icon right here, and then you can start browsing for what you want to cook. So say we're gonna make burrito bowls on Monday. You can add a meal plan label. I just put it as, is it gonna be me or my wife cooking? That's all really, I don't know. I don't know what sort of labels you can use, but that's what just works for me. And then you just hit done. And then you can go through and start adding in all your meals and kind of plan your week that way. And then the great thing is that once it comes time to grocery shop, you've got your meal planned. Like let's say we're gonna do another meal. We're just gonna do Alfredo pasta. So then you just start going through each one, and then you can like go through your fridge and pantries and all that and just see, all right, we need to order this, we need to order that, and you know, rinse and repeat for each recipe that you've got on there. Another cool thing is maybe say on Wednesday, we're gonna eat out. And it kind of helps to be able to look within the app and know, okay, don't need anything that day because we're gonna be eating dinner out that day. So there's two ways that I get groceries into the app. One of which is I use an app called Drafts. And so what I'll do is I'll just, if something is like popping into my mind, I'll say, I'm putting in things that I don't necessarily order, and I can't even spell burritos. Oh my God. Okay, so let's say I need bean burritos. I've got a little action right here where I just press groceries and then it goes straight in. So if we go back to here, you'll see that it's listed. So that's one way that I'll get it into there. Another way is you can yell out to Siri and add it that way. Hey Siri, add spaghetti to the grocery list.
Okay, Daddy, I added spaghetti to the grocery list.
Okay, quick side quest because I think it's funny, but if you want Siri to call you something else, what you do is you go into the phone app, open up your card, you're gonna hit edit, and then you'll see an area for nickname, and then you just put in what you want it to call you. If you don't see nickname listed there, then you just you scroll all the way down to here, and then you're gonna do add field, and then you'll select nickname through there. It's not showing up because I already have a nickname in here. But anyway, if you're curious of how to do that, it makes it quite fun. It makes everyone in the house laugh too. So, all right, let's get back to it. Now, another cool thing that I like about this app is that I'm able to order groceries through my local grocery store, all within the app itself. It actually opens up like a built-in browser, but you're able to go through everything really quickly. I'm gonna put in a few things real quick that I know we're not ordering, so that way I can kind of show you. All right, cool. So all you have to do is go to order pickup or delivery, and you'll be able to select your grocery store if it's available. Ours is HEB, and then it automatically like searches. So if you're going to be doing curbside or whatever, or delivery, you'll go in and select, you know, whatever it is, input your time and day that you're going to pick it up, and then from there you can just start going through and adding things. So say we added cucumbers, great, we're going to go next, and then it will pull up whatever's next within there, and then you just find what you're looking for, add it to cart, and then you just go next, and then it'll just go through everything, check out, and all just built in right within the app. This, like when they released this, I emailed them directly and I was like, hey, I've got no problem, no bugs to report. but I just want to say thank you so much, just because it was such a game changer. So one tip is that if, say for instance, they don't have your grocery store listed in the app, but you're still able to order groceries online, one tip that I have, that's something that I'm still kind of working through, is if they have a way for you to create a list of things, I recommend creating a frequent or favorite list, and then just start adding it in, so that way as you're going through and seeing what you need to order, you can kind of like go through and just start adding it through there without having to actually search. So there's some times where I do like to just sit in bed or on the couch and order straight through the app itself. Sometimes I actually like to see it on a big screen and order that way. And so I've just kind of slowly started like going through and ordering, and if it's not on the frequent list, then as I'm going to search for it, I'll add it to the list, but then add it to the cart at the same time. So that way I'm like slowly building up this list of things that we constantly are ordering. It's kind of similar to having the favorites listed within the AnyList app. So yeah, this is a really awesome app. I've found it super helpful. Actually, two more things. One of which is you can go through and let me see if I can find the right area. And you can actually go through and create custom categories or rearrange them as well. And so I have ours listed in the order. Like I always park in the same area. I always go in through the same door, and then I always start with produce and then go to the meat area, the bread, and I work my way that way. And so being able to have the list listed out in the order that I go through the actual in-store shopping portion has been really, really helpful. But another thing too is, let me see if I can pull it up real quick, is that it has an Apple Watch app, and it will list everything in the same category order as well. So if you don't want to go through the grocery store with your phone out, you can actually, come on. I don't know if it's going to focus, but I'll see if I can get a B-roll. But you can actually just go through your Apple Watch and then start checking things off as you go. That's also been really helpful as far as like going into grocery shop instead of doing like the online ordering stuff. Now, the last thing that I wanted to share that's been super helpful is actually I started using a service called EveryPlate. During the pandemic, we were using a service called HelloFresh for a little while, and it was okay. The meals were starting to kind of taste the same after a while because a lot of the recipes for some reason had sour cream in there. I don't know. And so I started using this service called EveryPlate that's actually, I think, owned by HelloFresh. I don't know. So I was a little hesitant to try it, but I was getting to the point where I was just like, I was so frustrated with feeling like I was only cooking like the same 3 or 4 meals every single week. You know, like I felt so bad that my family was having to eat the same thing. Like, oh, it's Tuesday, Anthony's making tacos. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this other one a shot. Let's see how it is. My mom uses it, and so she kept talking about how great it was for her, and she lives alone, and she's like, yeah, you should try it out. So I was like, all right. So I got my free box, you know, which is great, and we've been hooked ever since. The meals are awesome. There's a few different ones that we really liked. I can't think any. I'll see if I can put some on the screen, but yeah, we've been using it for, we're almost in March now. So a little over a month now, and I already have like the next few weeks of meals already planned. But aside from us all liking the meals, like we haven't felt like any of them were like, well, there's a few that I was like, I'm not ordering that one again. but for the most part, they taste good, and everyone likes the fact that we've got something different every week. I'm the one planning it, so neither my wife nor my son exactly know what we're going to be cooking until one of us cooks. So for me, it's just been nice to be able to pull up the website every week, see a full list of meals. I already know some of the ones that either I or everyone else in the family may not like, but I generally know what all of us are going to agree on. And so it's just been nice to be able to every week get a new meal listed on the website, go and pick out about 3 different meals, and then get them ordered and shipped over. Everything is like the produce and all the ingredients, everything is included in the box. And cooking is also super easy, because that's something that I struggle with. I'm just not a good cook. I'm not good at following directions that are really overkill, super detailed. But if they're also very vague and it's just figure it out, just I don't do well with those sorts of recipes, but theirs have been great. I love the way it's broken down. And another cool thing is we're trying to get our son to start cooking at least 1 meal a week. And so he's been cooking at least one of the EveryPlate meals, and he's able to just see the sheet that they give you and go through and pull the ingredients out of the fridge and start cooking himself. He's 14, and yeah, it's just been great for us. We don't do the entire week. So what I'll typically do is I will order 3 meals, then my wife will plan the next few meals as well. Sometimes we're eating out and all that, but it's been very helpful. My wife has been appreciative of it. And lastly, I wanted to show you too, I know you can input the meals in AnyList, the app that I was showing you, but I'll usually take it a step further and just add them into our calendar. And so I'll go into the calendar, and the ones that are in blue, those are the ones that I'm going to be cooking. And the ones that's in pink, I'll add that to my wife's calendar. And then that way she knows what she's going to be cooking. And then my wife does the same thing. So when she plans her own meals within the AnyList app, she'll add the ones that she's cooking, and then also the ones that she's going to have me cook. And so basically the calendar just becomes this main source of truth. We know what we're going to be cooking and eating the entire week. And yeah, it's been a process, but it all kind of started with finding the AnyList app. For a little while, I was wanting to find an app that had an AI planning sort of function, and I tried a few out there that supposedly had it, but it wasn't really that great. And so I was all right, the app itself that we've been using has been working great. I'm just struggling on what to cook, basically, and that was the main issue. So working in the two of building up a recipe list within AnyList, knowing what to shop for, and then also having EveryPlate as far as delivering those groceries and meal planning that way has been really helpful for us. I know I went a little bit over of what I was planning on recording today, but I just wanted to share this with y'all because it's been really helpful for us over here. And so if grocery shopping or planning meals is something that you struggle with, maybe give one of these a try and see if it works for you. That's it for me today. If you got anything great out of this, I would love to know. Leave something in the comments. If you've got any tips, please let me know and let everyone else in the comments know as well. I would really be happy if anyone else has any other tips, especially for neurodivergent folks like me. If you got any tips, I'd love to hear them. I also have started a free Discord, server that you can join and share thoughts and ideas and kind of get to know people, share wins, struggles, productivity tips, advice, all that. Link is in the description as well if you are interested in joining a group of people kind of goofy and similar like me who are just trying to figure out life and all that. So that's free to join. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I love you. See you in the next one.